This is simple. Talk about steps. What's your next step? What's the next spiritual step God wants for you? Where are you need to go? How do you need to step forward? What is your next step? What's worked for you? Okay. 4 simple words to give a simple step-by-step process. Attend. Your next step may be to be regularly attending. Attend. Then join the group, join the church, join a particular ministry, a men's ministry, a women's ministry, whatever it may be. Find a place to serve. Can you serve in some way? Churches, and this is really bad among some small churches, we make ourselves so closed and restrictive that we're not open to other people who aren't quote unquote members of the church being able to serve. Man, why can't they pass out bulletins? Why can't they help serve at a funeral meal? Why can't they help hospitality on the 5th Sunday meal if you're having a meal? Why can't they find places people can serve, even in the community? You can go serve in the community, doing outreach projects, doing service projects in the community. Find ways they can serve and then multiply. 4 simple steps. Attend, join, serve, multiply. Really, really simple to be able to do that. And I think that helps us to be able to have deeper connections. I also encourage smaller attendance churches, our groups, to have regular meals together. Find a way to do that. Many small churches will take every 5th Sunday and have a church-wide meal. That's a great practice to get everybody together. Small groups can do different things where they're serving together, deepening their connections when you're working side by side with somebody, whether it's raking up a yard, cutting down trees, or helping a shut-in with a yard work, or cleaning off a rooftop that they've had debris on. Whatever it may be. Maybe it's a service project in the community. I know one of the churches I was part of a while back, we had groups that went out and helped at the local ballpark. They needed to have some of their dugouts. I went blank. They needed to have some of their dugouts to be repainted. So our groups went out and they spent a Saturday painting dugouts and doing all those kind of things. So there's all kinds of things that you can do in a community and involve people that can be a part of that. So attend, join, serve, and then multiply, duplicate that among your different groups. I think that's really important. Make at least one regular communal type activity where your group can work together, have a communal meal where you're serving together and eating together. A lot of things happen over breaking bread together. No question, just like the story you just told about after church going out. But a lot of groups will have a Friday night meal, or I know one church that they met together every Tuesday night. And they got together and had a light meal together, and then they sat around playing guitars and singing songs and oftentimes having a Bible study. Wasn't anything overly formal. They just got together and spent time together, and it was a great time of developing and building up. So how do we make every believer a disciple maker? Well, I think using simple, practical tools like this that we're talking about, helping them understand a simple process, a simple method of growing and developing in their spiritual disciplines and growing in their faith as they walk in life together with others. They do that together, and it's simple enough that they can reproduce that. So the one who is discipling, then the discipler begins to disciple, and it becomes a cyclical process. So if I'm discipling you, Warren, you become my disciple to some extent, and we're doing things together. We're working together. I'm helping you and showing you. I'm modeling this for you. And then in time, not years and years, but in time, you begin to do that. Now, see how easy this multiplies itself. If you have just one and he takes on 2 people to multiply, and then those 2 start discipling 2 others, now you go from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4, each of those do the same thing, and they start discipling at least 2 others. Now you're to 8. And of course, you can see how that becomes exponential over time, especially when you go back and take me, who started the process. I've helped one person begin to do that, and now 2 people begin to do that. They're duplicating themselves. Now I go and I start helping somebody else again too. And they keep moving through the process. So I think all those things are really, really important.